pulled out a gun. There was a struggle. Chase grabbed for it. Chase was shot. And Jacqueline was shot.
It was my father who was murdered by your mother.
I didn't know anything about that.
We are mother and daughter. Nothing can ever change that.
Why don't you just leave me alone?
My mother is a murderer.
Well, Lance, in a strange way, so is mine.
Chase isn't gonna die, Maggie. You're not gonna let him die.
We are going to prosper and we are going to grow. And if you persist in this eternal battle of yours to drive us out of here, an eternal battle is exactly what you're going to get.
I'll break those Giobertes.
Do you really hate my mother as much as I do?
Julia, no matter what you've done, you're still my sister. You can count on my help. Julia's close to the edge. She trusts me. And as devious as you are, I'm sure you can get her to trust you as well.
You think I should ask the judge for the death penalty? It's the only hope you have.
Chase has always acted in the best interests of Falcon Crest.
Well, that's your opinion. But it's my business. Well, now the tables are turned.
There's no doubt that Chase is physically incompetent for now.
I know winning your friendship won't be easy. All in due time.
Richard does nothing without an ulterior motive.
Don't you ignore me. Remember, I know what you like.
If I ever decide to do a column about sneaking around, I'll be sure to call you in as a consultant.
You can't fight the system in here. There hasn't been a system invented that I can't fight.
You know, if this is what Falcon Crest does to people, I say we get out.
I have told you again and again. My grandfather paid for this land with his sweat and his blood. Now you can turn your back on me whenever you like, but never, never let me hear you say anything against Falcon Crest again.
Mrs. Channing, I don't like idle threats.
And I don't make them. I recall that you were willing to let Chase die on the operating table to preserve your reputation.
And yours too.
Well, if it doesn't, we'll just have to handle Landry ourselves.
Guilty on all counts.
When it comes to the family, I will meddle anytime I please.
It was all Angela's fault.
To Angela Channing, I give and bequeath a room key to Suite 1825 at the Hotel Tate in San Francisco. The suite has been locked, sealed, and untouched since my last visit.
My legacy to you, Angela, is a first-hand look at the spot where Philip Erickson and I last made love. Have you ever been here before?
Of course not.
Then Jacqueline has gone to an awful lot of trouble to make it look like you have.
Marry me, Linda. I want you to be my wife.
You married a girl just like your old mom, huh?
Linda's a great girl, Terry.
Look like a pretty good swimmer.
I'm even better when I'm not confined by this stupid bathing suit.
Doesn't it even matter to you that you're carrying my baby?
The only reason I stay in touch with Richard is to maintain him as an ally. We may need his friendship one day.
Melissa, you and I both know that you're a lying tramp.
Michael, I'm sorry, but I hate to see you wasting everything you are simply because you are frightened.
What's the matter? Can I say hello to my own son?
You may have fathered him, but he's not your son. Cole is never going to get his hands on Joseph. He's my child and nobody else's.
We want custody of Joseph, Miss Smith. And we are willing to fight for it.
You know, we could settle a lot of things right now, Cole.
We tried that before.
Oh, no!
And why don't you call me Angela?
Angela. Great.
Now you'll do as I say, or you'll find yourself back in a Park Avenue hotel lobby where you came from.
But this isn't a game we're playing, is it?
Oh, of course it is. What else could it be? Now that I've got the entire Tuscany Valley at my feet, how can I lose?
We are here to stay.
The last thing the Tuscany Valley needs is a racetrack.
I was hoping you wouldn't make this a personal thing between us.
Stop it! Enough! That racetrack will ruin this valley. Stop it!
I'm gonna give birth to your baby, and I don't want him growing up under a cloud of suspicion.
It's a shame nobody ever told you about birth control. I hope you don't have any delusions about taking on the entire cartel.
If you don't have the stomach for the fight, Miss Lynch, then you better get out.
You have two things to worry about. Getting Julia out of prison and keeping us from going in. You may have beaten Chase, but soon you're going to have to deal with me.
Good.
I want you to be my eyes and my ears in that house.
Get out. You get out of this house. Get out of our lives. Get out. Get out! Chase is invoking the terms of his grandfather's original will. You're out of Falcon Crest, Angela.
You're out of your minds.
But the cartel has its own rules of evidence, and the penalties are a lot stiffer.
Do be a good fellow, Mr. Channing.
Michael never talks about his past. Well, get him to talk.
I want you to meet Daddy's new friend. Isn't she pretty?
How can you just let him walk out like that?
I was just going to ask you the same question. He's your husband.
Bastard!
I can handle Angela. Now that you've cheated both Melissa and me, Angela's the only ally you have left.
From the sound of things, it seems that Philip is more than capable of handling anything he's involved with these days.
Damn it! The bird is on the wing. No one is ever going to take Joseph away from me.
Even if I offer to make you the next Angela Channing, the heir to all of Falcon Crest, she's just sold me her soul.
You're not suggesting we bargain over a child, are you?
It's Cole's son.
We have a child together.
No, we don't. I had a vasectomy.
I thought you wanted to ride back to your place.
Linda!
Just shut up!
Yes, it was your baby. It was a part of you. And that's why I'm glad it's dead.
I won't give up custody of my son.
I will have Falcon Crest back. I believe what I see.
I asked you to marry me, but that implies trust.
I wish you all good luck!
You are so very accommodating.
We were made for each other, Angela. Say you'll marry me.
I truly love you. And I want to marry you.
Always the politician, eh?
Always.
Mom, where are you? I'll come and get you.
She's evil, Lance. Don't you understand that? She's trying to destroy us. She'll destroy all of us if we don't stop her. Don't you understand that?
I won't accept anything but victory.
So I have to bury my mother.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
You have declared your consent before the church. May the Lord in his goodness fill you both with his blessing. What God has joined, man must not divide.
If you want Joseph, send my mother in and I'll release him.
I love you, Julia. I love you. I want you to believe that. No matter what happens, I always will. I love you, Julia.
What was she like before all this trouble started?
Oh, she was lovely. She was devoted to her work, to Lance. She's a good friend.
Damn it, Lance, take it easy. I own this valley.
Because you haven't begun to see the dark side of Angela Channing.
Being stubborn and rigid for no reason.
That's right.
Are you a student of psychiatry?
No, I'm a product of it.
What is wrong with everybody? Why don't you talk more like my husband than my lawyer?
I'm trying to be both.
Julia left a note and said she wanted her ashes scattered in Italy, over the land that was once our ancestors. Maggie, she wanted you to speak at the services. But I'd like Linda and Cole to go too. Julia's death would mean something if we can just pull this family together again.
Look, why don't I charter a plane and fly us over together?
She's ready to go anytime you say.
All right, I think we'd like to head out tomorrow afternoon. Let's go check out one of the possible routes.
I want you and Lance to stop acting like spoiled children.
Get out of here! All right! My marriage is a farce!
Our marriage is over.
Do me a favor, leave me alone.
All you have to do is arrange a little accident when I tell you to.
We're having some problems down here with the champagne. Last hour or so, some of the bottles started bursting.
Well done. Don't go.
Make yourselves comfortable. Oh, and as usual, please keep your seatbelts fastened until we reach cruising altitude.
What's going on?